Jake Meyers started the night in the 9 spot, and for one afternoon, the 9 spot became the whole game. Welcome back to Sports Lab 100. This is Astro 51. Jake Meyers. May 3rd, 2025, Astros at White Sox. Houston wins it 8-3. I'm documenting one game per player until I reach 100. And today's idea is pretty simple. Sometimes a player doesn't erase the old version of himself. He just gives the archive a better place to start. Because this isn't just a big box score. It is a big box score. 4 for 4, 2 home runs, a triple, a double, 7 RBI, 13 total bases. First Astro ever with that exact combination in one game. But the reason this one sticks is Chicago. Same ballpark, same opponent, different memory. Jake Meyers is from Omaha. He played at Nebraska. The Astros took him in the 13th round in 2017, which means nobody handed him a major league job. He had to become useful the hard way. And he did. By 21, he looked like another one of those Astros finds that makes everybody else tired of Houston. Athletic center fielder, strong defender, enough bat to make the thing interesting. Miles Straw gets traded, center field opens, and Meyers has a real lane. Then October 12th, 2021 happens. ALDS Game 4, Chicago. Gavin Sheets hits one to the outfield. Meyers goes back, leaps at the wall, tries to take away a homer, and comes down with a torn labrum in his left shoulder. That's a bad way for a young player's story to end. After that, he isn't just Jake Meyers, Astros outfielder. He becomes the guy who got hurt at the wall. The guy trying to rebuild his swing, his shoulder, his timing, and his place on the roster. That's why May 3rd, 2025 matters. He doesn't go back to Chicago and rewrite the past. That's not how this works. But he does give himself a better Chicago chapter. The Astros come in at 16-15. Not bad, not comfortable. The old Houston machine is still in there somewhere. But it isn't moving with the same clean inevitability. Yordan Alvarez is out with right hand inflammation. Christian Walker is still trying to get traction. The lineup has names, but it doesn't have that old feeling where you just assume someone's going to handle it. The White Sox are in a different place entirely. They're in year 1 under Will Venable, trying to crawl out of 2024's wreckage. And when a team just lost 121 games, the job isn't, hey, go win the division. It's make the building feel like a major league operation again. Chicago had beaten Houston the night before. They're trying to win 3 straight for the first time all year. That matters for a team trying to prove it isn't permanently broken. Then the game starts like their proof might be arriving. Hunter Brown enters this game with a 1.22 earned run average. And the White Sox punch him immediately. Chase Madroff and Miguel Vargas single. Andrew Benintendi drives in the first run. Joshua Palacios walks, and Andrew Vaughn knocks in 2 more. 3-0 White Sox in the first. That could have been the whole mood. Bad opponent, bad start, annoying. But Brown keeps the game from getting away. That's the first quiet key. He doesn't dominate early, but he contains the damage. And after the first inning, he basically becomes a different pitcher. Then, the third starts with Meyers. First pitch from Davis Martin, left field, gone. 3-1. That's his first homer of the season. At that moment, it's not history, it's oxygen. 4th inning, though, real hinge. Jainer Diaz singles, Brendan Rodgers singles, 2 outs. Astros still down 3-1. Meyers comes up again, and this is the plate appearance that Joe Espada later points to as the biggest one. 10 pitches, 2 strikes, foul after foul. Meyers had been hitless with 2 strikes all season to that point, and he just won't leave. Then, he drives one into the right center gap. Diaz scores, Rodgers scores, tie game, 3-3. That's the first transformation. The homer says Houston's alive. The triple says Chicago has to start taking the 9-hole personally. Brown keeps holding. 6 innings, 3 runs, 9 strikeouts. Final line's good, but the shape is better. Rough first, recovery, then control. In the top of the 6th, the game finds Meyers again. 2 outs, 2 on, tie game. Penn Murphy comes in to face him. Second pitch, high inside sweeper. Meyer turns on it. Left field, gone. 3-run homer, Astros lead 6-3. That's when the game stops being Jake Meyers is having a nice day and becomes, what exactly are we watching? Because now he's personally turned 3-0 Chicago into 6-3 Houston. He's not done. 8th inning, Victor Caratini doubles, Zach DeZenzo doubles. 7-3. Meyers comes up again. RBI double to left center, 8-3. Now the line is getting stupid in the best possible way for us. 4 hits, 4 extra base hits, 2 homers, a triple, and a double. 7 RBI, 13 bases. He's a single short of the cycle, but who cares? A single would have made it tidier. Wouldn't have made it better, though. The weirdness is better. Cycle is a known achievement. This is stranger. More specific. It's the kind of line where you read more than twice, because it looks like somebody typed it wrong. Houston's bullpen finishes it. Astros win 8-3. And after the game, Espada doesn't just talk about the 2 home runs. He points to the 10-pitch triple. That makes sense. The 2 home runs are louder. The triple is the at-bat that tells you something's changed. 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on, down 2. A hitter who hadn't yet solved 2 strike counts all year long. And he stays. That's not just power. That's a hitter refusing to let the game move on without him. Meyers also talked about the rhythm of the day like a player who knew how rare it was. You don't get many afternoons where every big moment keeps coming back to you. You definitely don't get many when every answer is extra bases. And from the Astros side, that has to feel like more than one win. They just lost 2 in a row. They'd lost the opener to Chicago. Brown got hit early. The lineup missing Jordan. Then, the 9th hitter carried the whole room out. That's not a normal rescue plan, but it counts. For Houston, this win doesn't become the first page of another deep October story. The Astros finished 87-75, second in the AL West, and missed the postseason for the first time since 2016. That sounds weird, though. For almost a decade, Houston in October felt like a standing appointment. In 2025, the appointment gets canceled, so this game becomes part of a stranger season. Still good, still dangerous, still full of real players, but no longer inevitable. For the White Sox, 25 is better than 24. But that's a low bar, sitting on the floor. They finished 60-102. Yeah, that's an improvement from 121 losses. Still a 100-loss season. This game kind of captures that. The first inning looks like progress for the White Sox. The rest of the day looks like evidence that progress still has a long way to go. And for Meyers, the season after this game is legitimately interesting. He really did hit well in 2025. He finished at .292 with a .354 OBP and a .373 slugging. Not a power breakout, because 2 of his 3 homers all came in this one game. But the overall offensive value changed. Better contact, better plate appearances, more useful around the glove. And that matters, because if Jake Meyers hits just a little, if he hits even just a little, he becomes a much different player. Center field defense gives him a floor. A competent bat gives him a job. The body still interrupts. Calf trouble in 25, then in 26, an oblique strain costs him more time. And he has to work his way back. Again. So no, the Chicago game doesn't turn the career into a fairy tale. It turns it into a baseball career. Good days, hurt days, adjustments, rehab, roster pressure, more chances. And maybe that's why this one works. It doesn't have to support a myth. It can just be true. Jake Meyers, whose career once turned in this ballpark, came back to the same place and had the best offensive game of his life. That's the archive, and that's why he's Astro 51. Next time we leave the Astro shelf and open the Blue 100 cabinet. Blue 2 is Jordan Kyrou, Episode 2, March 15th, 2025, Blues at Wild. A hat trick in Minnesota, a 5-1 victory. One of those games where speed doesn't just create offense, it changes the temperature of the whole sheet of ice. So we go from Jake Meyers owning a Saturday in Chicago to Jordan Kyrou flying through one in St. Paul. Different sport, same idea. A player gets the day, and the day starts making sense around him. That's Astro 51, Jake Meyers. May 3rd, 2025. Astros 8, White Sox 3. A number 9 hitter, damaged old memory, a better new one. Stay kind and keep moving. I'll see you next time.